everyone, a very good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to this session. I am quickly going to share the session with some of the people, some of the peers, and then we shall begin. Please let me know if you can listen to me, you can hear me properly, and you can see the video properly or not. Okay, it would be great if you guys, you know, fine. So those who don't know me, I'm Niharika John Mehra. Been teaching English for a long time now, and we are targeting mains, IBPS PO mains here. Important questions here you're gonna get in the way the concept that on which the question is based. These concepts are important ones, which we have often seen in the exam, and at the same time, we get to learn through them. They could be asked in any manner, so you should be able to spot it. Okay, this is the word meaning based on which the question is framed, the rule based on which the question is framed. So that's the way you are going to get help. Okay, and it's a good way to revise as well. I'm waiting for a minute or two to get more confirmation from you guys, and then we shall begin. Good to go? Shall begin. Here is a higher form of error detection. I'm giving you timer. Please start doing it. A little complex, a little complicated one. Also make sure to like and share the session. This is a new channel, so subscribe if you are new here. Okay. 1.5 minutes should be enough for such a question. There you go. Answer here is first C part and second is third C part. Okay. Deal this kind of question in the way they are given, as in you go with the first one. Okay. If you can confidently understand and know that, okay, this is the one that is for sure wrong. Based on that, you can shortlist and even have the final answer in some cases, like this one. So in the wake of, okay, किसी के चलते, a continent-wide recession, in the wake of what? Recession, a recovery designed and financed largely by Africans, recovery is well within reach. So recovery is singular is okay, but we are saying designed. We are talking about this word recovery, and the word recovery, which is noun, is being explained, but we are using verb third form as adjectives. Okay, so it is designed. This is first adjective, verb third form, and after that I need to use the same form again. That's why you can see here we have financed. Okay, first C definitely has error. In this much only you know the answer is B. It looks like I have to check a lot. There are so many um, parts to check and sentences to do. But then, if you are sure of a small thing like this, which you should be, you know the answer in like 30-40 seconds. Okay. I hope you're getting the point here. Let me explain other two sentences. While the COVID 19 pandemic is hitting the continent hard, stronger integration can help do what? Ensure that Africa is strong enough to fight back. Second is all good to go. From strengthening the sector to nurturing. Now, many of you may have this doubt that why we are using to after we are using ing after to. So we are saying from this to, which we have used later on, is the combination, is the pair that we use with from and to they use as a pair. So here after from I am using what? A gerund. So I need to keep the form same after to as well. So from strengthening to nurturing, that's the reason to along with ing is given over here. Broad based economic growth, African leaders need, okay, not leader. If it would have been leader, singular, then the verb is wrong. Also, I need an article here. So let's change this noun to a proper one that should be in plural. There is not just single leader, but many leaders need to develop new strategies for doing things. Next one. Given over here. As Indian Americans grow in number, so we are talking about people, so that's okay. They are becoming an important voting bloc. So here we are saying important. This is adjective. What kind of important? Increasingly important. Okay, that's why we needed an adverb. First B had issue in it. We could have said increasing, we could have used multiple adjective, but increasing voting block का meaning क्या होगा? That's why B part had error, and first B is again given only in the option. All you had to do was spot it. Otherwise, you don't even need to read the other sentences. That it was that easy. While this affluent, highly educated, second one, cohort traditionally has leaned democratic, it would be what a mistake to assume that it is homogeneous. So it is traditionally has lean, things are cool. When politicians, plural hai to have the special ties. Now having ties with another or to another, both of the things are accepted. Not a problem. They are more likely to adopt. क्या adopt करेंगे? Passionate positions toward it, and another positions which are principled. Okay, now principal positions, if you want to say main positions, see, You can say principal, PLE, as an adjective, but the meaning of principal positions would be nothing. We want to adopt passionate positions and positions that are full of principles as a noun. That's why we need to change it into verb third form to use it as adjective. And there you go. We have the proper form now, that is an adjective suitable to be used with this word positions in this context. Hence, 3D also was something that had error. Try to answer here in the chat. It would be great if you can. Let's keep the class interactive. First C, 3D again. First C, this time you have two options, but let's see how to first of all figure it out that there is some or the other error in the first one. Also try to take the shortest sentence first, okay? If you do that, you will be able to figure out errors if there are any easily compared to a lengthier sentence. Okay. So at certain moments in history, an individual appears on what? On the political scene, claiming, see, this is a person, an individual appears to be doing something. Here claims as a noun or main verb makes no sense. The first C part definitely had error, so now I have two options left. For something grand and new, remaining part I don't even need to check, but padlo. Skilled in the acts of what? Self presentation and emotional manipulation, he captures the hearts and minds of millions with his charisma. So he is a singular person, his audience that's in millions, all good here. In due time, a personality cult forms around him. He enjoys the support of whom the faithful. Whenever you use the with adjective, you can actually mean something that is a noun and it is something that we consider plural. Just extra detail for you, extra information. Who see him as the savior, who will bring order. Order as a noun. See, order is a countable and uncountable noun both. So whenever you place, let's say you have placed an order on Zomato and you have placed an order on Swiggy. Okay. So you have placed multiple orders. That is a different order which is countable. We are not talking about this. We are saying there is an order to a disordered world. That means we are talking about a kind of arrangement, a kind of situation where there is peace, where things are in the right place. So that's why this order is uncountable, and that's why bringing order, not orders. That was the error. So 3D also had error in it. An answer. The announcement of the year's Nobel Prize laureates, this year's, that is okay, should remind us of many contributions what basic science has made. Okay, so contributions को समझाने के लिए we are using this phrase. Now contributions are made to something, not for, because for then you can talk about for which person you are doing this work, right? So for makes no sense here. आप किसी के लिए नहीं किसी चीज में ही contribute कर रहे हो. So contributing something, these people, we are talking about the contribution. So the science has made to contemporary life. A first ka D mein issue hai, you have your answer. But if you are not sure, move to the second one. With COVID-19 ravaging much of humanity and the world awaiting. How world is awaiting? I need adverb. Anxiously awaiting. A breakthrough. Breakthrough that can end the pandemic. We can no longer take science for granted. The rest of the sentence is correct. Second B also we know. It's very simple adverb adjective modifier ka error. The global science community, it is singular, so it has risen to the occasion in what? In ways. कैसे ways हैं? Adjective unprecedented. Not only to develop but also to improve. Parallelism check karo. Not only 2 plus V1 but also 2 plus V1. Understanding the virus and strategies to protect ourselves. Rest, everything is perfect. First B and third A. So the pandemic has battered national economy, exacerbated most forms of inequality. See, much is an adjective which is used with uncountable noun. Much time, much strength, much effort. So this is plural here. I cannot use. You can use many or you can use most. Any of the word will fit, but not much. Definitely first B had error. Bingo, you get your answer. See? So easy. We rely ever more on technology to do what? To conduct. Conduct what? Our lives. And connect. So to conduct 2 plus V1 and connect parallelism with each other. But we have yet to do what? Enough. To do what? Prevent. Prevent what? The same technology From what? Being used. To do what? Amplify dangerous misinformation. There you go. You have this as the 3A. Now, what is here? This is super easy peasy error. Comes third form, verb third form is come again. Okay, so we have come, then comes second form came, and the third form is similar to same as the first form. So have come, not have came. Basic English, isn't it? Hello. This one is interesting. You should have good knowledge of phrases and all. These are the questions which will create a difference between who clears mains or not. Some easy questions most of the students are able to do, but here when it comes to phrases, things become slightly difficult. Anyways, so the government cried out. Crying out is shouting in pain or because of some emergency. Okay, so that is called crying out. This has nothing to do in this context because we are talking about the government did something to Chinese application. Answer is clamping down, restricting something, stopping something. So here the applications are being paused, stopped, restricted. Slipping into acquiring bad habits, especially when you smoothly get into doing something, बहुत आसानी से गलत आदत में पड़ गए, you gave up, you have gotten into some bad habit. That's when you slip into. Also, it means to insert something in something else, like somebody slipped uh, somebody slipped some harmful drugs into his drink. That kind of thing also is used. Fend off is to resist and also to defend oneself. Okay, again, it has nothing to do with the applications. Clamp down was your answer. On, think nicely upon, okay, what is given in front of you. Those who are present here, make sure to like and share the session. Right. The issue of Pak infiltrating Indian border, this issue needs immediate attention and thus it must be nerd out. Nerd out is, nerd is actually, if you have used this word, again it's used for those people who are very geeky, है ना, पढ़ाकू, डिस्कस करना पसंद है. So nerd out is to discuss something in detail. ऐसे याद रखना, ठीक है. Asked after is to inquire. We are not doing it because we are talking about this issue must be done something upon. So flagging up is to raise an issue, to highlight that this is the important thing, this is the urgent issue to on which we need to take an action. That is flagging up, and that's what we want to use here. Hinge upon is depending. Hinge means a support. Okay, something that keeps other things together, two things together. So depending very much or completely is to hinge upon something, someone. learn the other phrases or revise the other phrases as well. Okay, this is not just to do the question alone, but the session is to make you revise the things which you need for your mains. E. A month back, I made a firm resolution to avoid eating unhealthy. But every time I see chocolates, I start scraping together. Scraping together is managing to collect enough of something from, like, you're collecting very small portions, small pieces of something, that is scraping together. That makes no sense. Loading up, fill up. Okay. He was loading up the truck with something. Ferreting out is to search and also to discover. So there is a search going on and you discover, you get, you find something, is to ferret out. Hankering after is willing to have or wanting something, want something a lot. So I start hankering after it. That means I start having a strong desire to have it. That's what hankering after is. So in case you didn't know the meaning, I believe now you do. Even after such a tight security, the famous thief left no stone unturned to finally knuckle down precious necklace. Knuckle down is to make a great effort. You people are knuckling down to clear your exam. Okay, so that's knuckle down, but here it gives no sense, right? To hold down, we have already seen make away with. So make way nahi, make away wala aata hai jo. That is to steal. So somehow he finally figured out how to grab it, run it, and whatever he did. So steal the precious necklace. That's what. Hiving off is to start separate a part of service, company, share by selling it. So hiving off is like in a way divide, which has no sense over here. Rohit has a terrible habit of creeping up on for urgent and important things. Creeping up someone is disgusting somebody. Glossing over is the answer here. He has this habit, and this results him pay a huge sum for the redressal of same. Anyone who got this right? The comments are stuck. Yeah, I have that. So yes, anybody who is acting out is someone who is behaving not the way he or she used to. So that is acting out. And again, we just have one answer here that makes some sense in the sentence. That is B. No, I can. Roy keeps on boasting of himself for unbelievable tasks, but beats down. Now, if you something on a cheaper rate is beating down the price or something. Whimper, not to be brave enough. Okay, so he keeps boasting that he has done unbelievable task, but he actually wimps out every time he is asked to do it again. So he is actually he might be lying, or he's actually not that strong, not that brave to do it. That's why wimp out. Now jabber away, jabber away. It has everything to do with somebody talking. Scout around, now look in different places for something. Scouting is searching for, finding something, and you are covering a whole area to do that. Okay, answer here is laid down. Okay, the robber laid down the owner of the house he went for after the owner tried to block him. Now, lie down, of course, it means to establish rules and all, but in the object we should get that word. Okay, so the government has laid down new rules for something, but here again, if we see there is a robber, there is an owner, what could have been here? Okay, so to place someone on the ground is also something that laid down means, and that's why this is your right answer. Okay, narrow down is to select, to shortlist. When, yeah, narrow down is to shortlist. How will the robber narrow down the owner. So robber is the action doer, owner is the one receiving the action. Yeah. Narrowing down is what? I eliminate two options, three options. Now I have narrowed down to only two options. This is called narrowing down, isn't it? Latch in. Now, latch in is you grasp something, you are able to have something. Actually, latch on is used, latch in nahi hota hai, and latch on to grasp something after putting a little bit of effort, and then you are able to understand it or get it. That is latch on. So in का use होता नहीं है, and का होता है, but of no use. Jack in is the technical wala jack in to connect something with some other piece of electronics. Next, are you understood? Built up. Okay. So after it was found, the manager was behind the burglary. That was he was the one behind the robbery. His supporters had learned to buckle up, to belt up, and not support anyone blindly. So to secure oneself. Okay, what do we do when we when we use a belt? We use it for our safety. Whenever we are talking about keeping oneself safe and secure, that is belting up. Supporters have learned to be careful in a way. Okay. Now talking about swan off is to leave or go somewhere in a casual manner. That doesn't make sense here. Knock off. Come on, knock it off. Don't do it. That is not stop doing something. Gnawing at. Now G is silent here. When we gnaw at something, or somebody is gnawing at something, somebody is worried about something continuously. Okay, and gnaw on is to chew something. Gnawing is actually chewing, but then gnaw with other prepositions gives you like different meanings. So when you're gnawing on, it's like you continuously chew something up. That's what. Next one. This one should be fun. See the whole sentence. Try and understand what is happening here. Okay. So in my school days, I had a habit of now whenever we skive off, we avoid word. Okay, एक तो ये slack and off होता ही नहीं है, ये तो है ही गलत. Okay, skive off is when we pretend when we want to avoid something to dodge something. So I had a habit of dodging the school by pretending to be in great pain of stomachache. So this is avoiding बच्चे निकलना, किसी responsibility से and all that. So that is skive off. Okay. Slacken off with the OFF off. This off, it means to reduce speed or activity of something. Stiffen up is to become rigid, कड़क बनकर किसी चीज के लिए stand लेना or something like that. When we swear down, that's to promise. Swearing is to promise, and it of course had nothing to do with pretending to be in great pain. I hope now it is clear. I hope you people are learning, revising the meanings here. Agla. Stumble across. That is suddenly coming across something, finding something. So I stumbled across a lost necklace when I was unpacking something. Okay, so this was pretty easy. And other ones, race on is to uh, complete something in a fast speed that's there. Playing on is to exploit something, which again has nothing to do with the necklace. Race off is also to rush into doing something, and salt away is to store something for future use. That again is something so different from the word salt. उसको थोड़ा याद करना पड़ेगा. Okay. On. Let me give a couple of seconds more for you to think about. So four statements are given. There may be some or the other errors. Mark the incorrect statement as the answer. Okay. Uh, what's wrong here? Tell me. The way the sentence is used, that's what you were supposed. So the government decision of what focusing on what on farm irrigation instead of something else to water conservation. Okay, so what is happening? This is focusing decision of focusing on something, that is irrigation, instead of some approach to what approach to conservation. This will reverse 2 decades of crafted policies. So, what is happening in what context? That's what we were supposed to check here. Okay, 2 decades of carefully crafted policies which are advocating an ecological approach to water conservation. Now, 2 decades of these policies doing something. Whole thing is as your subject. It's not, see, 2 decades have been reversed. Can I say that? Is it making any sense if I say that? 2 decades को reverse कर दिया. Can I do that? No. But we are saying that whatever the work was done in the 2 decades of carefully crafted policies advocating. So this is one idea that has been reversed by the government. So basically we are treating this as that kind of a subject. Okay. The government reversed 2 decades of something. Now in the object form you can do that. The reversal of government, the reversal of government over 2 decades. What is getting reversed? What is getting reversed here? It that the effort of 20 years that's getting reversed. So the reversal of government over 2 decades of policies advocating approach to narrow. अभी इसमें main verb भी नहीं है. In D there is no main verb. There is the reversal and किसका reversal, कब हुआ reversal. All those things are there. So D is a senseless sentence, at least in this case. Next one. Is the answer. The villagers were made aware of the plans of Google imagery of the land mafia at Bondwall around 6 years before by careful observation of charting what of water level depletion. Okay, so check करते हैं against others. Google imagery helped the villagers to be aware of what plans of mafia at this place around 6 years ago. Okay, this makes the proper connection of every phrase with the other one. Villagers had become aware of the plans of the mafia around 6 years ago. How when they used this? Huh? So again, villagers became aware, had become aware. Land mafia was thwarted 6 years ago when locals used this. Villagers were made aware of the plans of Google imagery. Is Google planning something against the villagers? So the questions here are more about the contextual errors. If you are putting one phrase with the another one in a wrong manner, the connection goes wrong, the whole meaning is destroyed, and that's the reason A is wrong. Okay? Yes. So the error here is not just about a word, but about understanding the whole statement and what message it gives. Now this is so funny. I mean, here थोड़ा सा logic use करना पड़ सकता है. You have to use a little bit of logic here. That villagers were made aware, इतना ठीक है. But of the plans of land mafia, not plans of Google imagery, and imagery is of land mafia. That is a part that we can understand, but plans of imagery. So, whenever you use a preposition, let's say in this case it was of, we need to see how it is connecting the word before and after. So the plans of imagery. This itself gives you the confirmation that we cannot use this connection in this way, and hence A had error. So if you are thinking that there is a word that would be wrong and you will spot it. For example, you thought with six it would be ear, and it is easy to spot. With the water, here it could be waters, or maybe you will get villagers was made aware, that kind of error you do get. But when you sense that it is little bit more than it, now it is about the context, it is about the grammar used in the sentence, how one syntax is connected with the other one, then you will be able to go ahead of other students, other aspirants, right? That's how it is. We are done for the day. I'll be meeting you tomorrow now with some more questions. We'll continue doing these questions for a few more days here, and I am there to help you in your mains preparation. Make sure to be there on time, 1 to 2 p.m. Monday to Saturday. I'm taking classes on YouTube, and this is a new channel, so support us by liking and sharing the session. Also, subscribe our channel if you are here for the first time.